Head golf coach Jason Steege, joined by Sam Jermier and Duke Taylor. Golf tees up its spring season at the Verhale Invite in Missouri on March 9th and 10th. Coach, you have an opening statement?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just really excited about the upcoming spring. This nice weather here recently has really been good for us, and it's been an opportunity for us to get outside, but we've also kind of going to have the other side of it here where we have a little bit of weather coming in. So our guys have been doing a great job, obviously, during the off season, putting the time in, getting ready for the spring, and we're just chomping at the bit to get going here and start a little bit earlier than we have in the past with our first invite here coming up March 9th and 10th. And so, just really looking forward to it with our guys and excited about the opportunities ahead of us this spring.
Coach, has there been any goals set for the team or anything you hope to see progress throughout the season?
Yeah, I think for this group specifically, we've had a lot of turnover over the past year. We graduated 5 guys last year, 3 of those being fifth-year seniors, and so we felt like it's kind of a little bit of a turning of the page here for us this year. And so our guys, we have a little bit of a younger group, a little bit of a less experienced group than we've had in the past. And so, our goals have always been to just continually get better every single day. And that's something that we really focused on here during the off season. And, once we get into tournament play in the spring of the year, obviously scores come with that. And it's an opportunity for us to evaluate everybody in our program. And so, we just wanted to focus on ourselves individually and getting better. And then as we get towards the end of the year at the conference tournament, it's really going to be an opportunity for us to see where we stack up within our conference. And, we feel like we can do some good things this spring, and our guys are excited about that.
You guys get to be at home in mid-March for your second meet of the year. Sam, do you guys feel the advantage when you guys are golfing at home?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. Prairie Links is a very easy course for us, and it's very gettable. I think when we're at home, we're used to playing in the wind. There's not very many trees there. So when we're out on that course, it's going to be pretty windy in the spring, and this week we've been able to get out there and play, and it's been windy. So we've done a really good job of just working on keeping our ball flight lower and getting the ball in the green.
Yeah, I think another advantage is just the amount of people we have there to support. Like, I think the Wartburg golf team families travels really well, but I mean, especially at home, you have grandparents, aunts, and uncles, just a bunch of people there to support you. And when you come in, even if you don't shoot the best score, they're going to be there to lift you up and hopefully get you to shoot a better score day 2. So I think there's definitely a big advantage there too.
Question for Sam and Duke. How do you feel your game has grown from when you first started in the program?
Yeah, I think a big thing is just practice every day, having a structure. Especially the past 2 years, practice structure has gotten a lot better and tailored to what we need to work on, like individually. Steady's given us a lot of freedom with what we want to work on, if it's putting, chipping, or going out and getting different shots in on the course. And then obviously having the simulator now too with the off season has helped a lot with keeping rust off and just kind of staying in the swing of things and getting stuff dialed in before the season starts.
For me, the biggest thing has been the mental aspect of the game. That was something I struggled with in high school, and once I came to college, it really helped me become a better golfer. Now all I just think about is moving on to the next shot, and once I'm able to do that, my rounds have gotten lower.
Sam, you kind of brought it up, but the question for all of you is, how have you guys been able to utilize the new golf simulator here at Wartburg?
Yeah, a big part of it is so the coach sends us out a link at every Sunday night to sign up for the next week. If you're not in 5-10 minutes sign up, their slots are pretty scarce. So that's good though. I mean, we want everyone there and using it as much as they can. And bringing groups in to have like maybe friendly competitions and different things like that, and just seeing what your numbers are inside and translating those to outside, getting stuff, your numbers dialed in for whatever shot you may need to hit, practicing different shots in there, and just the amount of different ways we can improve in there has been really nice.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you put in. We have guys going there at least 3 times a week. Like Sam said, we get a link sent to us. It fills up in about 3 minutes, so if you're not ready for that text message, it's going to be a hard time to get in the sim, but yeah. We have guys just wanting to get in there and get better, so it's been good for us.
Yeah, just to kind of add on to what these guys said, the addition of our TrackMan simulator on campus has been great for our golf programs. It's an opportunity for them to be here on campus, not have to travel to utilize technology like that. And it's also, it's the best of the best when it comes to the golf world. And so having that available for our kids to use every single day on campus, now they have to be good about, organizing their time and when they can get in there. But it's been great to see the amount of people that are in there in our program every single day and utilizing that space. So for us, it's just been a benefit for us. And we feel like it's going to be something that helps us as we enter the spring and having that ability to play more during the winter months. So hopefully we're a little bit more ready to compete when the spring of the year hits and when we have our first tournament.
Coach, kind of talk about like the transition between like the fall and spring seasons. Like, is there different training techniques that happens, or?
Well, it's unique, right? With us having a fall season and a spring season, the amount of time that you have in between those seasons is obviously pretty lengthy. And so the fall, you typically get better weather, better conditions. The golf courses are in better shape during the fall of the year. In the spring of the year, obviously, we're kind of at the mercy of the weather and what happens. And so we obviously approach the spring a little bit differently. You're used to playing in better conditions in the fall of the year, so the mental side of it probably isn't as much, but during the spring of the year, when you get out in tough conditions and everybody's playing in maybe 45 to 50 degree weather and some strong winds, the mental aspect is really, really challenging. And so for us, the mental approach during the spring of the year has to be different than the fall. And so that's something we talk about with our kids. Obviously the courses aren't in quite as good a shape during the spring of the year as well, and so you're going to have to deal with some things out there that you don't have to deal with during the fall of the year, whether it be a lie that you get or the position you put yourself in. So the mental side, I think, is just really the biggest component that we stress during the spring of the year in terms of our preparation.
With the championship ARC tournament being at Glen Oaks again this year, you guys will be playing it before the ARC tournament. How do you feel that will benefit the team before?
Yeah, I think that's going to be something that's, really good for us. Obviously, we get a practice round prior to our conference championships, but having the opportunity to play in competition at Glen Oaks prior to our conference championships, we think is going to be something that's going to benefit us. And, we're not just going to take 5 guys there. We're going to take a number of guys there. And so it's going to be an opportunity for us to see where, the top 8 or so in our program are at that point of the season. And we get a chance to have a competition round on the course where we get a score for us from that perspective, and we get a chance to see everybody that's playing in that tournament at that course in those conditions and how they handle that type of course. So, we think that that's something that's going to be really nice, kind of early April for us there around Easter weekend, that we're going to be able to go down there and play.
Same with Duke. Have you guys set any personal goals, set up for the spring season?
For me personally, looking at my career stroke average, getting that under 80, obviously freshman and sophomore year wasn't as good, but now having a little more experience and like Duke talked about, getting better on the mental side. So having the career below 80, and then obviously playing conference and having just no true big blow rounds that could deviate where I want to be.
For me, I would say obviously the mental aspect for sure. That's something I've always been working on, and it does help me lower my scores, but also been trying to limit the amount of double bogeys I get in a round and higher. So maybe limit that to like 1 a round would be ideal for me.
And I think with this group, Sam being our lone senior this year, obviously he was an alternate for us in the conference championships last year, and so he had the opportunity to experience that side of things, but didn't get into the actual competition side of things last year. And then Duke being our returning guy that did play in our conference championships a year ago, obviously 2 guys that represent our program in a great way. We expect good things from them this spring for us, and with us being a young team, we have a lot of unknown. So I think that's also the exciting part for us is we've had really good performances throughout the fall from numerous guys, but for us the challenge, but the exciting thing is figuring that out. And hopefully these guys, position themselves to be where they want to be this spring heading into our conference championships. And we're excited about what we can do at the conference championships, and we think that we have a really good group that can, do some good things this spring. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.